Andre, why do you say that this will be the decade of agents and not the year of agents?
So the quote that you've just mentioned, it's the decade of agents. That's actually a reaction to an pre-existing quote, I should say, where I think some of the labs, I'm not actually sure who said this, but they were alluding to this being the year of agents with respect to LLMs and how they were going to evolve. And I think I was triggered by that because I feel like there's some over-predictions going on in the industry. Yeah. And in my mind, this is really a lot more accurately described as the decade of agents. Yeah. And we have some very early agents that are actually like extremely impressive and that I use daily, Claude and Codex and so on. But I still feel like there's so much work to be done. And so I think my reaction is like, we'll be working with these things for a decade. They're going to get better and it's going to be wonderful. But I think I was just reacting to the timelines, I suppose, of the implication.
And what do you think will take a decade to accomplish? What are the bottlenecks?
Well, actually make it work. So in my mind, I mean, when you're talking about an agent, I guess, or what the labs have in mind and what maybe I have in mind as well, is you should think of it almost like an employee or like an intern that you would hire to work with you. So for example, you work with some employees here. Yeah. When would you prefer to have an agent like Claude or Codex do that work? Like currently, of course, they can't. What would it take for them to be able to do that? Why don't you do it today? Yeah. And the reason you don't do it today is because they just don't work. So like they don't have enough intelligence, they're not multimodal enough, they can't do computer use and all this kind of stuff. And they don't do a lot of the things that you've alluded to earlier. They don't have continual learning. You can't just tell them something and they'll remember it. Yeah. And they're just cognitively lacking and it's just not working. And I just think that it will take about a decade to work through all of those issues.